out of work for 6 months, even longer, I have a three-part plan that is proven to work to get you back to work faster. So thank you for joining me here. This should not take long to go through it, and I would take some notes if I were you. So I've spent 25 years in IT recruiting, and I've been at the desk of many decisions that were being made, and I've been told why. And I'm here, I've done all the legwork, and I'm here to share this with you to help you get back to work faster. So if you're applying endlessly and not hearing anything, it might not be you. You're interviewing like it's 2022. And I want you right now to stop it. That is no longer what you're going to be doing. So here's my three-part plan to get you back into the game and get you back to work faster than you normally would if you kept on what you were doing. And again, you can't skip any of the steps. They're equally as important. So if you are lucky enough to have a quiet spot in your home where you can do this, that's great. But if not, you must create one. Okay. And you must tune everything out but this. So you're going to show up at your desk, at your laptop, at your desktop, and you're going to allow 3 hours every morning. And you're going to do it in the morning when you would regularly go to work. Okay. So if you're an early riser, can't sleep at night, hit this desktop or laptop at 7 a.m. If you like to do it a little bit later, 9 would be the latest because we want to keep this in the same frame that you would a regular job. Okay. You're going to get up, you're going to shower, you're going to do all the things that you're supposed to do, have your coffee, bring your coffee to your office, and you're going to start the three-part plan. Okay, you don't need 10 hours every day of just applying and then pulling your hair out of your head because you're not hearing from anybody. You're going to have 3 focused hours, and this is what you're going to do. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to stop commiserating with people online or in your family or with your neighbors or your brother-in-law and sister-in-law. You're going to stop commiserating. You're going to start to shift the focus. And that's the first thing that you're going to stop. And just doing that one thing is going to help tremendously. Okay. Because it drains your energy terribly. And employers can feel that. They can smell desperation a mile away. So we're going to shake that off. We're going to start this new approach. Okay, so for at least 60 minutes, you're going to go into what I call an outreach. You're going to send LinkedIn notes to past colleagues, friends that are in the industry. Not, you want every content, every connection you make to have it possibly go somewhere. Okay. So any past colleagues, anybody that you've worked with in the industry that has a similar job to you or is in a higher level position than you just want to reach out to them. How's it going? What's happening in your company? What are you guys working on? Anything interesting happening? Let them come to you and say, hey, I think we have an opening here if you want to apply. Okay. But you don't want to attack it that way initially. Right now, you're just trying to put out all your seeds and talk to as many people as possible. Then you're going to reach out to on at least 3 or 4 hiring managers' posts and comment thoughtfully on it. Agree if you want. If you're going to disagree with it, make sure you come up with a good reason why you're disagreeing and not just being a contrarian. So you want to do that over and over again. And then you want to email people in your network to just reconnect with them. Again, how's it going? What are you guys working on? Do you anticipate any layoffs? Do you guys think you're going to be hiring soon? What are you working on? This is what I'm working on. Always let them know what you're working on, that you're not always wanting to take from them. You want to give them something too. I'm working on this. Do you think that might help you? Things like that. Okay. You're going to keep a log of everybody that you've connected with. Okay. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Everybody that you've connected with, you're going to write down on a separate pad of paper, and that's going to be your new journal and your Bible. Okay. Again, you're going to ask them what's happening in their company. What are they working on? and you're going to tell them about your freelance projects, any special project that you might be working on. And if that one small thing is done daily, it's amazing the shift that you'll start to see, because opportunities come from other people, not from online jobs. Okay. At least if they do, it's a very small percentage of people getting back to work through posting their resume and getting lucky, because that's not the way to do it today. That's the 2022 way. So the second thing, a lot of you that I've been speaking to said that they are doing this, so that good for you, but you can take it one step further. One version of your resume does not fit all, okay? So carefully take the job, read what they want, and weave what they want into your resume, but make sure you've worked on it, okay? Because anything on your resume is open game for them to question you on a technical interview. So if you put it there, if you just did some Python scripting, but you're not a Python developer, say, just put what you've done with it. The keyword will draw them in initially, but then they're going to want to dig and find out what what your knowledge is in that. So just make sure that you're as honest as you possibly can be on that, because it will come back to bite you if you're not. So you want to make sure that your resume reflects where you're going, not where you've been. And you want your bullet points, instead of them being just responsibilities, you want them to show where you've impacted the company that you work for, whether it's through time, money, training people, mentoring people, anything that you've done to show impact. You want to at least have 2 or 3 bullet points of complete impact, okay? Versus I did this, but by doing this, it saved the company this much money. Okay. So it's going to be different for every industry. So find out where you've added impact and make sure that you put that in there. In your summary, make sure you take off any amount of years of experience, whether it's 5 years or it's 30 years. There's nothing that can turn them away from you quicker is if you don't have enough experience or if you have too much experience. So instead of 30 years experience, which should make you very important in the job market. Instead, it's ageism. They must be behind the time. They got to be old. They got to be near retirement. They're not going to keep up. Okay, there's a host of things that run through their mind. So deep experience in such and such versus 30 years experience. Okay, you have to play with that to see what sounds good. Take that out. Even if it's only 5 to 6 years of experience, take that out too. They'll see it from your resume. Why just broadcast it in your summary? That's really important as well. So then let's see. I've already talked about taking the job description and finding the keywords. And again, be careful, make sure that you have worked on that. So time spent on tailoring your resume is not wasted. Is it extra work? Absolutely. It's going to take some extra work, okay? Because this is your job. It's going to take extra work to find the right job. So if you want to continue to just, throw your resume in to these dark holes that you never hear back from, that's fine. I'd love to hear from you later to see how that worked out for you. But from everything that I'm hearing, and touch me, I'm very well connected to what's happening out there. Nobody is getting jobs from just posting their resume online or just sending resumes and, easy apply. They're not hearing back and they're getting very frustrated. So stop that right now. Okay. So the next thing that you want to do that is, again, equally as important is upskill. Everybody talks about upskilling. They talk about it because it's important and you should do it. Okay. It's good for you. It's good for your brain. It's good for you for technical interviews. It keeps you sharp. You don't have to spend a lot of money on getting certified if that's not in your budget right now. If it is, do it. If it's not, there are free courses that you can take. You can read books. There's a lot of things that you can do to upskill. Design websites for people. There's things that you can do that that'll keep you upskilled and keep your talent current and your trade current. So yeah, take a course, take a cert, get a cert, some personal projects. A lot of the people that I talk to, they've built labs in their house. Do something, do some lab work, do anything that's going to keep you current every single day. Okay. This is something that has to be done to build momentum. If it's in progress, it's okay to say that's in progress. And all of this is going to go under professional development right underneath your summary and in between that terrible gap on your resume. Okay. So make sure you fill that in there. I don't care if you're out of work 3 months or 2 years. Something has to be in there that's showing that I am committed to my job and I want to stay current. Okay. Just because I'm out of work, it doesn't mean that I'm irrelevant. So you want to show that with your upskilling. So the key is to look current, keep moving, keep learning. That's really important. The next thing I want you to do is reach out to 5 new contacts a day. Okay, then you're going to keep a log of everybody that you reached out to so you can follow up with them until they're dead. Then you cross them off your list and you add 5 more. You do this every day. And the best jobs, remember, don't come from job boards, but they come from conversations. So we're going to have conversations with people. We're going to talk to people. We're going to make things human again. Okay, we're going to take the robots and the algorithms and AI out of this. We're going to go back to talking to people. I had a candidate interview, land a job just by reconnecting with some of their old colleagues. No applicant tracking system, no ATS, no anything, just conversations. It works. I hear it every single day. So that's the good news here. These tips do work. Okay. So you're going to reach out to people. Hey, I'm exploring new opportunities. Just wanted to check in with you. How are you doing? What's going on with your job? Don't put any pressure on them to try to find you work right now, but keep conversations flowing. Then on another note, you can look to see if his job is hiring. Then you can go back to him, say his name is John, and say, John, I noticed they're looking for an engineer in your department. Can you connect me with someone that might want to see my resume? And you do this again all day long. That's how we're going to get back to work. Okay, keep it short. Would love to connect with you and just, what's going on in your company. Talk to everybody that you meet. Okay. Think about being like a politician. You go into parks, you go into restaurants, you go into everywhere. You just talk to people, talk to the waitress, talk to somebody at the dog park, talk to, anybody that will listen to you, talk to them about just anything. You don't have to talk to them about your job search. You just have to talk to them about how is your day going? What's going on? Any little thing, you'd be surprised where that conversation might take you. Okay. And then go to networking events. I know people dread going to networking events, but try to do one at least once a week. If you can't, once a month. But networking events get you in front of people. Okay. And again, you'd be surprised what you might hear, what you might see, who you might meet. And that again will get you back to work a lot faster. And that's it. Relationships open doors. So the more you can talk to people, whether it's online or in your neighborhood, go to community things in your neighborhood. If you live in a development, a private community, they have community things all the time. Go to them. Okay. Just when you play golf, guys, when you're out there playing golf, having a round of golf, talk to people, ride with new people that you haven't met before. Anything like that is really going to help you. And so the fifth thing is message 2 hiring managers every day. Okay. Just, that's people aren't doing that. And that's why they're stuck. I had one client that sent 10 messages out and she got 3 interviews and never once applied online. So you can just say something as simple as, hey, I saw that you're hiring for this role. My background includes, and tell them how your background relates to their problem and how you can fix it. Would you be open to a conversation? That's all you have to say. Okay. Don't be discouraged if the person doesn't reach out and say, yes, I want to interview and hire you. Okay. But you do this enough times and you will start to get some traction and momentum. That's how you stand out, do this over and over again. Okay. This is productive time spent. Okay. So let's recap on our first step. 3 hours at your laptop, at your desktop every single day. Stop commiserating with other people out of work. It's only going to make you feel worse and it's going to take you out of your game. It's easy to have 5 minutes turn into 3 hours. Next thing you know, your whole day has been gone commiserating with other people out of work. Tailor your resume. We talked about that, but really work on the things that I noted. Upskill, very important as well. Reach out, contact colleagues, network, message hiring managers. That's your 3 hours every day. If you have to set an alarm at the beginning and at the end, great. You'll be surprised how fast that 3 hours goes. And you feel good at the end of those 3 hours because you know you had a focused job search. Okay. And you weren't just random applying. So you can either sit in the desert if you're stranded and hopes that somebody rescues you, or you can walk 10 miles through that desert to food and water because you know when you get there, there will be something on the other end. It might be a struggle to walk those miles to get there, but you will get there and you will have something on the other end. So don't sit there in the desert, wait to be rescued. Okay, waiting for someone to find you. Go and make the effort. Take that walk. You can do it. Okay. Now, the next thing is really important too, is being productive. Find your passion work. This is important. At the end of those 3 hours, take a break, have lunch, do whatever you need to do. Then I need you back at your desk at, say 2 o'clock. And then I need you to find what you are good at doing. What is it? Hey, I love cooking. People love my something. Okay. Maybe you can cook and make money from it. Maybe you can cook and bring it to homeless shelters. Maybe you can do volunteer work. Maybe you can design a website for somebody. Maybe what you do can earn you some money that you can contribute towards the food to pay in your house. Whatever it is, find a passion. Maybe you can get paid for it, maybe you don't. But at least if you're doing something productive that you love, it will definitely make a difference. Tutoring, consulting, doing some coding, landscaping, dog walking, anything at all is really going to help your mindset and get you into that place where you're feeling like you've got some momentum now. You're bringing in a little money. Your project came out really well. You want to brag about it, talk about it. It boosts confidence. You cannot fake confidence. Confidence sells. And how do you get confident? You add value. Okay. Find where you can add value. Maybe that value can add even a few dollars. I've had people have these little passion projects that ended up, like this girl that did some tutoring. It ended up being, that she got a corporate training job because of that. That wasn't even on her radar. Okay. So we can change lives and also build productivity. So it's really important that you feel productive every day and find that passion. Spend an hour and a half every day coming up with something that you like to do and then do it. Okay. And then finally, the most important thing I think in all of this is to protect your mental health. Step 3 is protecting your mindset and mental health. Being unemployed is right up there with death and divorce. It's that stressful. So you're not imagining it. If you get a little depressed, or if you get down or whatever it is real. So I want you to stop that process right now. And this is why you need that structure, because every day, if you go to your office or go someplace quiet in your home and you find a way to make these 3 hours happen, you will walk away. You'll say, I did everything I possibly can today. I reached out to people. I retailored my resume. I redid it. I'm on some momentum. You're doing something to add to your life, add value to your family. And that is going to be very important to you as well. And the structure is going to help that. Remember, motion creates emotion. Okay, so get up and move, even a little bit. Lift your mood and energy. Go for that walk every day. I don't care, what your situation is. You can find a way to stay active. Even if you're disabled, there's a way that you can, do things to move, to breathe, to just move the energy through your body. It's really going to help a lot. Walking, stretching, organizing your space, all of that movement builds momentum in life and in your job search. So layoffs are not your fault, but staying proactive is your job. So how do you protect your mindset? Again, move daily, even light exercise changes, shifts everything. Journal one lesson you learned every day and 5 things that you're grateful for will make a big difference in your life. And before your calls, an interviewing call, write down where your value is just to get your mind in the right place. Surround yourself with positive people. Stop doom scrolling. Stop sharing things with people that don't appreciate what you're going through because they can make you even sadder. Okay. We want you to stay with positive people. Okay. Join groups, get out there, stay active, talk to people. That's the best thing that you can do. And that's what's going to set you apart and it'll show in everything you do. It'll not only make your job search go faster, but it'll make your home life even better and it'll make you happier. Okay. So we have to get through this one step at a time. Okay, so if you do need me to help you go deeper, do a deeper dive and really dissect everything that you've gone through so far in your job search and how I can put you back on track fast, I have a lot of stuff listed in the description below where you can reach me to have a personal one-on-one session. I'm making it very affordable. I understand the pain that people are in financially. So I've made this extremely financially beneficial for you. And I also have an online course as well that goes through everything that I've just explained here. So feel free to look me up and hope this helps. Thank you and good luck out there.